Welcome back to the Reality Guys and welcome to 2022. I am your host, Billy Blinks. I'm joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Good evening.
And joined by recurring guest and friend of the show, Waleed.
Guys.
As you can see from the title of the video, we are here to discuss tonight's premiere of season 26 of The Bachelor on ABC. This was Clayton Etchard, who was on Michelle Young's season of The Bachelorette. So we did a preview special. We have the link here below. Check it out if you want. We did a blind preview of the contestants and made our predictions. We won't say who we predicted, but all three of our predictions made it through week one. So great job, boys.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, obviously we're here to talk the premiere. This was an interesting one for me, and then I obviously want to kick to you guys for your thoughts. If this is your first time watching, I have a lot of pet peeves about The Bachelor. I have a lot of things that I love and are kind of like little nugget things that I really enjoy about The Bachelor. And this episode had a little bit of both. So I'm interested to see where you guys fall. So Brian, your overall impressions of the premiere.
I thought it was okay. I thought the intros were a little boring.
Okay.
I would say compared to the last, like we've done a couple seasons now on this show, and I would say it was a little lackluster. And I think because our girl Sally took a lot of the time in the beginning, we really didn't get to really dive into some of these intros. They were like, some of them were really shot at us really quick.
Brian, you said one of the secret words. Congratulations. We are going to talk about Sally. We're going to talk about Sally right now. Sally was one of the things that bothered me about this episode. Big surprise. And it's not because really even that she was having emotional problems, this and that. That's all good. It's like my complaints I have about the challenge. Don't come on the show. Don't come on the show. You know you're not going to make it through. You know this is going to come up. You know this guy's not going to want to deal with it, even if you don't want to deal with it. Why would you come on the show? But you know what's even worse, Brian, is that he doubled down on the crazy. And he tried to give this crazy girl a rose. I've been there, bro. I've dealt with Sally's before, too. The bad mix. The bad juju. This dude's dumb. We've all been dumb, but don't waste our time. There was millions of women probably that like try to get on this damn show. Let one of them get on the show.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why it's 31. Like maybe they like called someone in. Like
there definitely was a girl on there that I didn't see in the preview. I swear to God, there was one girl that I was like, I do not remember you. Period.
It's possible.
I have it on here somewhere.
They're all blonde hair. They're all like looking the same to me. But dude, he looks like a clown that he was like, I'm really connecting with you. I was just like, what are we doing here, man? Like, I hated you a lot before the season started. And this is how you're going to start the show for me?
Waleed, I have a question for you. This is a very, very important question here about the premiere. Who did she call?
God, who did she call? I know she's on Ozone. Who did she call though?
Ghostbusters.
They never say.
You never say, yeah. No, that I was now that you mention it, I was like, I didn't even think about that.
He's trying to trick you.
I was like, I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Yeah. Yo, you know it's crazy. I was live tweeting this. A lot of people were like, "How does she have a phone?" Like, just breaking rules of the show. Like, where did she get this phone?
Yeah,
there's a lot of rules that was broken, including a cardinal rule of The Bachelor. I have one that I'm considering introducing, and we'll get to that as well. Long story short, Sally, she says no. She turns him down and goes home.
Well, I was gonna say,
she took her ball and left.
I was like on two sides with this whole thing. I was like, it's nice because I don't like Clayton that much either. So I was on the side of like, oh, it's cool that the first rose he tries to hand out, he gets rejected right away. So that was nice to see. And then on the other side, I'm just like, you know what? I feel like they're focusing way too much on this girl for being just like that. I feel like they're setting it up where she might come back like in the middle of the season or something.
Oh my God.
No, I hope not.
I feel like I was like, there's a possibility there. I wouldn't be surprised at all because ABC would try and pull shit like that.
Another point I have here. I thought Jesse Palmer was basically doing a Chris Harrison impression.
Yeah.
I felt like he was trying a little bit too hard.
I think that like Clayton, like he like changed his suit and like put a fake beard on and pretend they were. He was looks like this. They look like the same dude.
They look like they could be on the same like football team, chilling,
Yeah.
being boys.
They both play linebacker.
Yeah, they both played football. I mean, Jesse Palmer played football too, right? Yeah.
Mm.
Forgot about that.
Guys, I have the limo introductions. Now, I have a quick bullet point for most of them. I can fly through these and we can stop on any we actually like. I think that'll be the best way to kind of get our impressions of the women. I have a few of the things starred. Sarah gives him a tiger token, dumb gift. If anyone wants to stop me, you just, interject. Lindsay W makes a dumb North and South joke. Genevieve, my pick. Like this one because she just says hello.
Yep. Anybody
Very-
have blank, that means it was good.
NC.
Yep. NC.
She tries to teach him Korean. Not feeling that.
Not feeling it, but you know what? It's unique.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah. It's not a tall joke. Any tall jokes, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Next good one. Susie. She does the hand shocking joke. I thought that was kind of funny.
See, I wrote that down as yikes.
What? Wally, all right,
worked.
break the tie. Did you like that one?
I mean, that one was okay. I was kind of in the middle now.
All right.
And you know, the only reason I judge that one really hard, Bill, is because she's my future bachelorette pick. So
I think that is almost a
know.
dynamite
I
slam
was
dunk
a little-
pick
it
after
worried
meeting
me.
her tonight. That's
Worried.
my
Let me
opinion.
just say, as I was watching, I was like literally face palming myself. I was like, God, my predictions were horrible. I was like, I can already tell. Like,
We'll get there. I wrote them all down for us on the final.
I thought next Claire, the spray tanner, was kind of funny. She just ended up saying, I'm not doing my thing because it's really corny. I thought that was pretty funny. I respected that. I don't think I've ever seen that
I
before.
wonder if it was just her saying, I actually don't like you.
No, well, we get to see it later, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So I am
Great
checking that
words.
now. Oh, no, we don't get to see her. Oh, no, we do. Well, she does the tailgate later. I'm not sure if like she couldn't throw the tailgate, but Claire also.
I got something to say about that.
Well, we'll get to Claire. Claire is our other kind of main event girl to speak about here.
Another knock against Clayton for me on that moment.
Serene was boring, which means she was good. I got
Yep.
Serena P vibes from her.
Yep.
Teddy makes a teddy bear pun. He likes her, obviously.
definitely.
What do you think he's gonna say when he finds out she's a virgin?
He really likes her.
I know.
He really likes her. He gave her the first impression rose. We don't have to wait. We can talk about that. A little bit of surprise. We weren't anti Teddy. We thought seemed like she was cool in our preview, but none of us picked her as like a winner.
We all thought he'd pick a blonde for the first impression.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
One of these
I
blonde chicks.
don't think she's gonna make it to the final. She may be a final 5 kind of thing, something like that. But I do feel like something is gonna come up at one point where he's gonna just like say like he's just progressing with other women more or something. I don't know.
Breaking news based on the preview. Like they basically gave this whole show away.
You think?
Yeah. So can confirm that she's not in the final.
We know the final 3. We're gonna talk about that at the end.
I think your girl's actually in there, Bill.
I know. I was feeling myself.
She might actually be.
But she's probably gonna come in 3rd again, just like
Yeah.
Joe came in 3rd. Like that's I'm gonna be in my curse.
Was Susie in the final?
No.
No, that a good future bachelorette.
It was Susie. It was
And a blonde.
I think it was like Sarah, right? Like one of the early
the
ones.
flight attendant or the pilot. I liked her. Her stock went up in my opinion for me.
Yeah, I'll look. I think I wrote. I'll pull
We'll get
the preview thing up. I'll think if I have it up.
There.
Tessa did the asset backwards. That was dumb.
Yes.
Lindsay D, nothing to say. That's usually not bad though. If I have nothing to say, Daria, I wrote not feeling her.
Mhm.
Kate makes the hold the nips joke. I thought that was kind of cool. She had the shots. I'll take that.
Her stock went up in my book too.
Yeah. Sierra was a time traveler. She
Yeah.
said that she had met
She's a
him
variant.
and they're already married.
She's a variant.
I like that. We love variants on the show. We like multiverses on the reality guys.
We are variants.
We are variants, to be fair. We still haven't decided what our Earth is called, but we are variants. Melinda in moon shoes. That's dumb. Haley with the pickle jar. That was all right.
Yeah.
Jill, I like this one. She had the ashes of her ex.
Weird.
She's a murderer. So we do have another chance at a murder mystery.
Not happening.
Marlena threw the flag. Dumb. Jane shows up in the classic car and calls herself a cougar. This next one I have a star. This one was weird. Holly, 63, shows up to introduce Rachel, the flight instructor, who we all like. And then it became out to be a wing woman joke. I just didn't know why she had to be 63.
I thought this bill was going to be like a plug for them doing the older Bachelor.
Me too. I think it's gonna happen, dude. I think that's an
really
Easter
cool.
egg. That might be the first like Bachelor Easter egg.
Like, wouldn't it have been cool if she's like, oh, wrong place, and she walks down the street, and that's what they're doing the other show?
Maybe
Like,
that'll
might
be
be
like
next
the
door.
cold open of the old man Bachelor.
Yeah, like what do they do? Like in movies where it's like
It'll
they
pan out.
They just pan and she walks away, and then like she's the first one in.
It zooms out to her walking to the next mansion.
Yep.
Ivana, hers was funny. She doesn't tell him her name or say a word to him.
Well, she should have spoken to him as we get to later.
Yeah, but a dumb move. Hero the doctor, the Philadelphian doctor who shows up in lingerie. She's
Yeah.
hot. I mean,
Yeah, she was smoking.
It looked good.
He was smoking.
one of probably my favorite nickname so far, Mara Marinara. She had a jar of sauce with her, gravy, whatever you guys want to call it. Rihanna was a cowgirl. That's nothing. Eliza, cannoli. That was stupid. Gabby, I liked her. She had to sit on my face pillow.
Very sexual. Always endorse their very sexual puns.
All right. Well, here's the first one. And this may like lead to like a developing cardinal rule. So if this is your first time watching the reality guys for the Bachelor franchise, we have developed some cardinal rules of the Bachelor franchise. One of them that we will get to in a second. Actually, I'll talk about that first, and I'm going to jump back to the proposed one. I want to talk about Cassidy. She had them little cars where they're driving the little cars later on in the date and they crash. No motorsports on the Bachelor or Bachelorette, guys. No motorsports. No
drunk.
They're always drunk. No motorsports or driving.
Especially
Bad.
during cocktail parties.
Bad. But it's actually our girl Hunter who has brought this one to my attention. I think this was your pick, Waleed.
Yeah, interesting. I did not
And your future Bachelorette, Bill, if I'm gonna.
I know. Well, we're trying to bury that part of it. Okay.
Yeah.
If you ever have watched any of my former coverage of things in the other multiverses, I had a really, really dead solid rule that I really followed. Lizard kids are weird. Lizard kids are weird. If you are a parent, don't get your kid a lizard. Don't get it a snake. I get it a mouse. I don't get it a rabbit. I don't even care. Get it a ferret. I don't even care. Get it something with a soul, but don't get it a snake. And who is this chick? Not only does she bring the snake's there the whole time. I was thinking she was gonna bring it to the rose ceremony and sick it on him if he fucking didn't get a rose.
She's like Voldemort.
It was a goddamn Horcrux.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as she stepped out of the limo with that snake, though, and I saw her introducing herself, I literally oh my god, I should have picked someone else. I was like,
You metaphorically tore up your ticket. You're like,
She was like the Disney princess chick, right?
yeah, I know. It's like Disney princess chick who loves snakes. It's so
more like Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was last. So I may consider like no reptiles as a rule. No reptiles.
No cold-blooded animals.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good one too. No cold-blooded animals. I think that's better. I think we're gonna leave. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave that open for 1 week, and then next week we are going to vote on no cold-blooded animals. let us know in the comments on the video or in the Facebook groups. We appreciate everyone, by the way, on those social groups following everything. A few more after the snake. This was Samantha who shows up in a tub. They had to blank out her butt and her vagina.
What's she just wearing underwear? Like, come on, man.
I mean, could you see something? Like,
They didn't blur out Kira.
This is something that Brian has always drawn. I know Brian's always brought up the over exaggeration of the boxes. So.
And like, it's not like she has a dick. Like the ones where they had to blur out a dick, they make it like this big. But I mean, come on, man. Like that was a little ridiculous.
A little bit.
This was like a string.
Cassidy showed up in the small car, and then Shanae tried to run it over in her monster truck. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Girls,
it's almost like with the guys last season with the fire truck. The guy came with a small fire truck, and then the guy comes with the actual fire truck.
Yeah.
That was really Rodney, right?
PJ. That's our boy PJ.
PJ.
Going out for PJ.
So there was a few things in between before we get to the rose ceremony. We really already covered Teddy. She gets the first kiss, which ignites the kissing war. He hooked up with a lot of girls.
He did.
A lot. He's gonna I think he's gonna take some of these he's gonna give some of these former bachelor and bachelorettes a run for their money. It seems like really early. Like
He's a weird kisser.
He's a terrible kisser.
And everyone's like, you're so good at kissing. Just like,
until he dumps them, then they're gonna go.
Oh my god, yeah.
Really not that good.
Don't open your eyes, man.
This is the last two things we're going to talk about here before the rose ceremony. Elizabeth, why would you give someone 100-year-old picture of your family you just met?
God.
I think it's like a relic. Yeah, I don't why. Yeah, and he just puts it right in his pocket where he keeps like sitting down and wrinkling it. Put it.
Whoa, 100 years old.
Yeah. Yo, okay, real quick, because I think where you are, and I have something written down. He says to somebody at one point, he was on Michelle's season 2 months ago. Did you catch that?
Dude, yeah, they pulled his ass really quick and started a season.
Yeah, they did. Oh yeah, 100%.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
I think they started filming in September. Like they were quick.
And I have another thing too. And this is a red flag for Teddy. Red flag.
Red flag alert. Let's go.
She said, I looked with my sister who I was really interested in the show. And she thought out of all the guys that Clayton was the guy that she wanted. That is a red flag.
She didn't see PJ?
There were some good looking guys on last season.
She didn't see PJ?
Yeah, that to me is
sus.
That very sus.
What else is sus? Claire.
Oh god.
Yeah. I kind of liked it though, man.
This was a good one. No, this is great. Wait, so Claire was the one who set up the tailgate. They had a good time. They're talking about how she loves football and like they're playing cornhole and drinking.
Interesting football fandom right there, though.
They're drinking and crap, and then she sits back down. And again, this is what these people need to stop doing. She was drunk, dude.
Yeah.
She was loaded, and she started shit talking Clayton. She said she hated him.
I love it.
Too nice.
I wanted her to make it.
Cold-blooded animals on this show.
I loved it, man.
She literally said she hates him, and then the girls pounced. The girls pounced. Like Brian texted me, if Clayton is not your type, there's something wrong with you.
Oh, oh my! What are you talking about, bitch? Are you serious?
Oh,
Guy's an underbite. Like he's not that great.
Good.
His favorite football team, he doesn't even know where they are anymore. Dude,
he called them the Oakland Raiders.
They don't fucking exist anymore. You play in the NFL, bro. You don't even know the fucking teams.
It's in Vegas.
Sorry, that bothered me.
This dude's gonna have to do a lot of redeeming to get Brian, even to get it to like medium watch. It's a permanent hate watch right now, and like I don't see what is gonna chip away at this. So we're gonna see.
The hero I needed for a couple 30 minutes right there.
It's he's like, I needed this.
I needed it. I needed someone to feel the way I felt, where this guy doesn't deserve.
I had a feeling you were gonna like empathize a little bit with Claire and how she was feeling.
Yeah. I mean, she was drunk. She probably didn't mean it when she watches it back, but
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
what the nation thinks.
boys, we love it, we hate it, but we have to appreciate it every week. It is the rose ceremony. This is a long one, guys.
It's a lot.
Like we mentioned, Teddy has the first impression rose. So obviously there are now going to be 22 women. So the following 22 women will continue to vie for Clayton's affection. Like I said, Teddy, Serene, Susie, Eliza, Rachel, Ency, Sarah, Kate, Cassidy, Elizabeth, Kira, Shanae, Sierra, Mara, Marlena, Genevieve, Melina, Gabby, Jill, Lindsay W, Hunter, Tessa. I should be remiss that we're really glad that we do have a Lindsay W, but I don't think we have any repeat names anymore. So I don't know if she will continue to be Lindsay W or she'll just be Lindsay. Very interesting. The following women were eliminated. Obviously, we talked about Claire, who was sent home. So we also had Daria, Haley, Ivana, Jane, Lindsay Dobbs, so Lindsay D, Samantha, and Rihanna.
And Sally.
Yeah.
Sally went out in the prologue. That was before the title screen.
Yeah.
There is one more thing to talk about, obviously, and we kind of did a little mention of this. The trailer was basically the Trail of Tears. Everybody was crying. Everybody was crying, and this was very Housewives, Brian. How they pinned it up. Emily was sitting there next to me, and I was like, "They're like to the most supportive women I've ever met." I'm like, "Oh, they're about to drop a trailer where they're arguing right in the first scene." She's like, "What?" And boom, you bitch! And she's like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "This is a thing. Like you knew where it was going."
Right.
They definitely showed. If they didn't show the final three again, bravo to the editing.
Yeah, right. Exactly. If I'm tricked, yes, bravo. I hope I'm tricked because why are we watching the show?
Why would they want us to even be tricked into who we think the final three are?
Or he breaks like the final 10 into a subset rose ceremony.
Yeah, like all that does is make people want to Google it, and then they're gonna end up getting spoiled.
Yeah, not cool. Don't like that.
Don't Google it, people. Just go along for the ride. It's gonna be fun. Even if you're hate watching it like Brian, or you're watching it like me, hoping love somehow survives, or you're Waleed and you're kind of bouncing in between the both.
Come to me, Waleed. Come to the dark
Brian's
side.
battling to become Waleed, basically. Brian's like a Cobra
I'm too far
Kai.
gone, man.
Brian's like
far
Cobra Kai. I'm kind of like Miyagi, and then you're kind of like Eagle Fang. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit more like I'm being defensive of love, defensive of the franchise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little
I
circular motions.
Yeah, I embrace the darkness constantly.
Well, obviously, dude. Yeah.
Darkness is always cool. I mean, my favorite color is black, so I mean, I can embrace it.
I like the color black a lot. It's probably my top.
I'm wearing a black Reality Guys hoodie.
Yeah, black Eagles shirt. Yeah, all black.
Playoff Eagles.
Oh yeah, that's
wild.
Why I represent it. Insane, right?
Wild. So this week we have a great week coming up for Reality Guys. We also will have the next episode will be the season premiere of The Amazing Race. Really, really looking forward to that. And we will continue this week. We took a week off, but we'll be back covering All Stars season 2 of the challenge. There's probably only a week or two of that left. We'll cover quickly what had happened the week before, just as a recap for completionist purposes, but we will continue with that. And then obviously, as some other shows pop up, we do have some leftover stuff. Brian and I, some shows that we do want to clean up and finish for the catalog. And then, like I said, we're always open for suggestions. We do First Impression Bros, was where we do kind of try out random shows for the first time. I've had some people offline tell me that they would like us or think we would enjoy watching Below Deck. We've heard that from a lot of people. My thing with Below Deck, and I have seen Below Deck before, is like I just don't know all the time, even one episode is enough to cover. Maybe like season reviews would be good, or
Yeah.
bunches, but I'm not sure. Well, we can figure that out. It'd be like trying to cover an episode of like Dance Moms. Like, are we going to like critique the dance?
Yeah, right. I know there's not.
Like, there's like listen, I mean, people have talked to me about that too. Like, you don't cover like Dancing with the Stars or like American Idol. Again, no hate to those shows. They are good shows. I mean, forever. I mean, they're some of the biggest shows on TV, and they are technically reality television. But I think it's a little bit of a stretch of even our premise for us to try to judge like the singers and the dancers.
I feel like, I mean, I'm a very negative person to begin with, but I feel like the whole point of that show is we're either praising people or criticizing people. It's not about really like what we think is going to happen, because it's kind of like cut.
Yeah.
Like what they do.
We basically would just be the Russian judges.
I'll tell you what, if you're like, you and Kev are like, let's cover The Voice, those are the episodes I'm going to take off.
Like no.
I'm out on that stuff.
So again, I think I'm looking forward to it. I do want to see, I am really intrigued now to find out if that final three is the final three that they teased. And I am looking forward, like I said before, to seeing them travel again. It is going to be really cool to see them actually going somewhere other than Minnesota.
Right. Or the US. Hopefully they leave the country.
No, they're definitely out of the country.
Like,
That was
they went to
those were
Mexico
not
last
those
time.
places were not in the US that they were showing.
Yeah.
There
They
was
went to
only some like
Mexico,
Czech looking countries and stuff like that. So
Definitely Europe. One of those countries,
Yeah.
very Europe vibes with that cobblestone street.
yep.
Go to Dubai or something. They never been to like the Middle
There's
East.
no way Clayton's going to Dubai.
Turns out they're actually in Busch Gardens.
Yeah.
Probably.
They're in Missouri the entire time.
It's Epcot.
Yeah.
They're just doing the
You know
world
what?
tour.
Would you be surprised?
No, I wouldn't even be that disappointed if they brought me to Epcot, though, if I was in The Bachelor. It wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think once we start talking about our Disney parks, that's probably time for us to sign off. So for myself, for Brian, for Waleed, and for Kevin out there in the multiverse, peace.